No, because this morning I saw her watching some show on Netflix and
I'm still watching.
Oh, aren't you supposed to be studying?
I'm watching it and I'm studying at the same time.
So
it's, if you guys want to know what it is, it's The Pit season 1. My guilty pleasure is anything like medical shows, like the scripted ones and the real ones, like TLC and stuff.
TLC, Stories of the ER.
Yes,
that show is fire.
I love anything medical. I'm a big nerd about it, and I finally started watching The Pit. It's so gas. I'm so excited for season 2.
We're actually spending the day today in the IE. I'm at 99 Ranch because my mom wants me to grab some peanuts. Super niche, but my mom gets raw peanuts from 99 Ranch and she boils them and they taste amazing. They're so addicting. I kind of need her to stop doing that because I can't stop eating them. Am I over wearing this top? Absolutely, but I love it, so I'm gonna wear it. It is my friend Samiha's grad party today and I'm so excited to celebrate her. She's Bengali, so she asked me and our friends to dress in Bengali clothes. This is the one that I picked out. It is just so pretty. I love the colors. Paired it with this baby blue hijab. I'm running late. I need to go pick up a friend, but I think I'm gonna pair this with this magenta colored Coach bag. I feel like the magenta goes with the magenta on my outfit. We gotta go. I'm late. Good morning. I have a little reading update for you guys. I finished reading Free by Amanda Knox. I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. In the early 2000s, I was pretty familiar with the Amanda Knox case, but I was also very young when everything kind of went down. I, at the time, feel like I kind of had a level of understanding of how the press had a role in all of it, but it wasn't really until college in a comparative law class where we really broke down the case and studied all of the factors at play throughout the case, including like how the Italian system is different from the American system, but also just analyzing how the media played a huge role in the perception around the case, where I really started to have a more full picture grasp of the situation at hand. This memoir isn't really rehashing the case per se because she has another book that she published before this one where I'm assuming she really goes into that. But this book is kind of focusing on her journey of healing after the entire experience, her coming back to Italy, her having a conversation with the prosecutor who put her through the hell that she experienced, the long journey to healing and what it looked like. It does give you a glimpse into what she experienced during that time and how the case affected her, how imprisonment affected her. A lot of the focus of it is really on her healing. I always find this case really interesting. I mean, it's such a sensational case, but one of the aspects that I find so interesting about it is just how it really shows the differences in the Italian legal system versus the US legal system and how it plays a role in outcomes in cases. I really feel like this book also just pointed to a lot of how there is such a lack of humanity in existing carceral systems, not only in the US but also globally, and how important it is that we're thinking about things like rehabilitation when we approach criminal justice reform. I feel like she raised a lot of important conversations. I also did appreciate that she had a level of self-awareness of her privilege throughout the whole situation, and she was very recognizing of that while also getting into the hardships that she experienced. I thought it was a very thoughtful read, and I really am happy that she was eventually able to get the closure that she needed after all this time. That marks 21 books out of 30 books read for the year. So I think I'll be hitting my Goodreads goal soon, inshallah, which is so exciting. I need to find another audiobook to pick up next. I have a little bit of a TBR going, so I think I'm probably going to look at my TBR and see what would be a good audiobook. I am still reading Home Again by Kristen Hanna. I'm 216 pages of the way through. I just started Act 3. And why did I quite literally guess the main plot twist in this book? I'm honestly not in a rush to finish this one because I've made my way through quite a few of Kristen Hanna's books and I'm really trying to pace myself. But I think after this, I might start Firefly Lane. In fact, I might do Firefly Lane on audio. I've seen the show, so I already know I'm going to be definitely interested in the story. And I don't do this often where I watch the show or the movie before reading the book. But it just happens in those instances where I'm not really planning on reading it or I don't really know about the book and I just happen to watch it beforehand. I still do appreciate reading the book because there's always a lot of stuff, a lot of details left out of the books, context that can be added. But let me know what you guys are currently reading.
Is it better to speak or to die?
If you only knew how little I know about the things that matter.
What things that matter? Really that afraid of what I think?
I finished reading Home Again last night. I rated it a 3.75 out of 5 stars. My major critique that I had with this book was the same one that I had with Homefront, which was that I feel like whenever she writes young characters, especially young girls, she writes them in a very juvenile way that feels very unrealistic and just kind of out of touch with the way that young girls, young people communicate. I understand like the point that she's trying to make. She loves to write about tensions between mothers and daughters and how they have communication issues. She's really great at writing adult characters, young adult characters, but when it comes to like teenagers and young children, she just writes them in such a strange way. This one was published in 1996 and then Homefront I think was 2012, so these are a bit older, and a lot of her more newer releases, her more popular releases like The Nightingale and The Four Winds that she's more known for, those are a lot more recent. By now she's written like close to 20 books, I want to say, so she's had her fair share in her practice of writing characters of varying ages, so I'm assuming by now she kind of has it down and pat. I was just sucked in this entire week with this book. I could not put it down. Whenever I read books like that, they typically end up being a 5 out of 5 stars, but I don't know, towards the end of the book I was just really questioning if this was truly a 5-star read for me, because I did feel like the main twist I kind of guessed, so it was a little bit predictable for me, and even though it was really interesting to read and it was very atmospheric, it didn't have that 4 to 5 star feel for me, so I landed on a 3.75 out of 5 stars. I feel like whenever I rate anything lower than a 4 stars, like I have to over justify it in my head or in my reviews, because I'm so used to rating almost every book I read 4 or 5 out of 5 stars. That was my notification that I need to walk over to the Apple store. I'm parked outside the Apple store because my AirPods have been acting up, so I'm gonna get them checked. But I feel like I always just need to over justify whenever I read a book and I don't rate it like a 4 or 5 out of 5 stars. But I can rate a book under 4 stars, and I know so many people that are very aggressive with the reviews and are super comfortable with rating books 1 stars or 2 stars all the time. I feel like I'm really good at filtering out what books I'm gonna enjoy before I even start reading them, to where usually a book lands in the 3 to 5 star range.
And if you're in California, you want to go when I will come see it, because I'm about, it's gonna be a little pricey, so.
I ended up having to go back to the Apple store, and this is why I hate going to the Apple store so much, because it's just never a one-time thing. It's always a back and forth, but I think I got everything sorted out with my AirPods and we're all good to go. I did get an exciting package in the mail yesterday that I wanted to share. We all know Amicole shut down. I'm still very upset about it. So the whole site has been up and on sale, and I ended up purchasing the Desert Date Cream Multi-Stick. It's like a blush stick. I have been kind of on the hunt for like a cream blush stick situation, because I've been using the Rare Beauty powder blush, like a blend of like a blush and a highlighter. It's really nice actually, but I kind of wanted a cream blush for no makeup days like today, where I'm just like not wearing any makeup, but I just want a little something. And my friend was saying that the Amicole date stick, cream date stick formulas are really, really good. So I picked up the shade Spice because I figured this would be kind of like a toasted teddy shade. Trying out the new Amicole blush stick that I was telling you guys about the other day, and I love this stuff. I found that the secret to this formula is to pair it with like a stippled brush, kind of like this. I was using a brush more like this to applicate my blush, but I feel like a brush like this is better for powder blushes. With this one I tried with my fingers and with a beauty blender, but I just felt like it didn't leave like that airbrush finish that I like. Stippled brushes are perfect for that. So I've been using this Merit brush that they sent me. We're having family staying over this week, so we're giving them a tour. They just got in last night and we're gonna take them to Laguna tonight for sunset and birds. So I'm really excited for that. The weather has been insane in Southern California. We've been going through a heat wave. I don't know where it came from, but it's been in like the 80s and 90s, and I hate the heat.
Girl, I know it ain't been easy. You've been splitting even. Baby, I really wanna get to know you right this time. Give me the pieces. That's all I need, baby.
We are in Las Vegas. We spent 48 hours in Las Vegas. I'm not gonna lie, the last time I was in Las Vegas, I was 9 years old, and I swore to myself I would never be back to Sin City. But I had to come because my family wanted to see the city. Coming back as an adult was not much of a better experience. Our first night in Las Vegas, we actually went to this Moroccan restaurant called Marrakesh.
This place is insane.
They served us a 6-course meal. I wish I was exaggerating, but I was stuffed leaving that restaurant. Everything was so delicious.
It is day 2 in Las Vegas. Honestly, the weather's not too bad. We are staying at the Aria. I guess the culture here is to hotel hop. So we went to the Venetian yesterday, looked just like Italy, and now we're on our way to the Bellagio. This is my cousin Mariam. She was in my Dubai vlog, and now she's doing her little tour of America. So far, what's your favorite city that you've been to?
Boston?
Boston, really? San Diego didn't beat Boston?
Well, California beats everything. That's what I like to hear.
Look at this view. They have sauna tents. We're headed out back to California, and I have never been more excited to go back to Orange County. I miss Orange County so bad. The last 48 hours have felt like such a fever dream. It was definitely a fun experience. I haven't been to Las Vegas since I was quite literally a child, and I didn't like the city as a child, and I've learned that this city is just not for me, but it was still really fun to experience.